I'm Jordy Izzard, and I'm an admission officer here at the Flint Hill Middle School. I'm the host of this week's Tuesday Tips, and today's edition will focus on the innovation program at Flint Hill in the middle and upper schools. And to give you an overview of the innovation program at Flint Hill, I'd first like to introduce you to our director of the innovation program, Vicki Knickerbocker. Hope you enjoy.
My name is Vicki Knickerbocker, and I'm the 7th through 12th grade Innovation Department Chair for Flint Hill. And I guess the first thing that I would like to share about innovation is that it's not just a collection of coursework, it's actually a concept that's embraced by our entire school system, from our lower school all the way up through the upper school. So much so that they've dedicated an entire department to it. And in that department, you're going to find a collection of classes in our middle and upper school that are designed to allow students to try something out, maybe find a passion, and if they want, to take that passion and run with it. So that could mean an intro into computer science, whether they start in the middle school or in the upper school, all the way up through AP level computer science coursework. It could also mean an intro into robotics, whether in the middle school or even in the upper school, and then taking that up all the way through our advanced autonomous aerial robotics course. It could mean broadcast communications in the middle school makers, discovery of engineering in the upper school, the innovation incubator. There are many ways and places for our students to try to discover what they're interested in, take some meaningful risks, develop a passion, but even more so, to develop problem-solving skills that they will use not only in their academic careers, but in their everyday lives. We want our students to be the next generation of problem solvers, change makers. We want them to make a difference. And one of the ways that we do that is by incorporating ways for students to share what they're working on, or even give back to the community. For example, we have competition teams at middle school and upper school levels. Robotics for middle school and upper school, cybersecurity in the upper school, and our nationally ranked autonomous aerial robotics team that's in the upper school also. So they're competing with peers from around the country, the world, and sharing their knowledge and learning in the process. In the upper school just recently, in our Discovery of Engineering course, students took on the task of developing and designing a new performing arts center for the school. But they didn't just do that. What they did was they created a comprehensive presentation that they shared with a collection of professional engineers that they were able to hear from, and also for the engineers who had been speaking to these students throughout the class to see what these students had come up with as part of their design. In our middle school makers class this year, this was an exciting project. Our students were able to, through the Magic Chair Foundation, build a Star Wars themed wheelchair-based Halloween costume for a member of our community. And last but not least, a member of our upper school innovation incubator class took over the social media needs of a pediatric cancer research foundation and is still working with them to help them with this long after the class is in. Our students are not only developing these skills, but they're using them to give back to the community. It's something that's important to us here at Flint Hill and in the Innovation Department. A theme that you'll find through all of our courses is project-based learning. So the types of projects that I've just mentioned are designed to help our students immerse themselves into a topic and really find out what it is all about. Computer science is not just sitting in front of a computer and tapping out code. It is building projects with microprocessors and programming them to work. It's about building that robot. It's about making that woodworking project or that circuitry project or textile project, you name it, they're making it in middle school makers. It's about really diving in, learning, and then showing what you've learned. That's what innovation is all about. Now we have more than the courses that I've just described, so you're going to learn a little bit about those now.
Hello, my name is Chris Cook, and I'm the makers teacher at Flint Hill. I'm obviously coming to you from my home space, which initially seemed odd to me, but as I've thought more about it, I've realized that this is exactly what I try to teach the kids all the time is look around, take what you have, and use what you have to solve the problems that you're being given. And it's exactly what I would hope kids get from my class. People ask me all the time, what is makers? And makers is not defined by a set of tools or a space, although at Flint Hill I have a beautiful space. Makers is defined by a mindset, and it's the mindset of looking around for needs and then figuring out how to address those needs. And sometimes those needs are simple. Sometimes it's making a sticker for your mom's phone case. Sometimes it's 3D printing a custom pencil holder for your sister. Sometimes it's making an amazing wooden plaque to hang outside of your house with your family name on it. And sometimes it goes so big as making an epic costume for a young man who's confined to a wheelchair because of a stroke. That's what we're trying to accomplish, is to get to the children to look around, see needs, and figure out how they're going to address those needs. And while I say that tools don't define a program, I will say that at Flint Hill, we have a wonderful array of tools. We have 3D printers, laser cutters, CNC router, sewing machines, embroidery machines, vinyl cutters, hand tools, power tools, Circuit Playground Express, which is a microcontroller we use for simple coding and robotics. And while the tools don't make the program, having a wide variety of tools, having access to all of these things really helps the kids to figure out how they can bring their creations to life, how they can take the idea that's in their head and then make it and actually walk away with something.
Hello, I'm Michael Snyder. Robotics 1 is the first class in a series of classes we offer here at Flint Hill. We've got Robotics 1, Robotics 2, and then Advanced Aerial Robotics. The Robotics 1 course is the first full-year course in the robotics series. During the first semester, students work in small teams as they learn the basics of design, building, and programming a robot. This engaging process implicitly provides a unique opportunity for students to place engineering design, scientific process, and mathematics in a tangible context. During the second semester, students work together to manage a project with the goal of creating a robot with a specific function. In Robotics 2, students learn to use Autodesk Fusion 360 software to create robots and robot parts in a virtual environment. This software is used in industry, and knowing how to use it can lead to internships. One of the first lessons covers how to measure a part using calipers. Next, we take those dimensions and sketch out a shape of the object. We then add the whole pattern and finally give the sketch height. Now our virtual part can be brought to the real world through our 3D printers or using our CNC machine. Our 3D printers are connected to the internet, making them accessible from anywhere. Instead of taking a final exam, you will take the certified user exam. Passing this exam shows potential employers that you know how to use this software. Animus Ferris is the name of our Advanced Aerial Robotics team. This team competes in AUVSI's Student Unmanned Aerial Systems competition. This is a college-level competition. Some of the teams we compete against include TJ, University of Michigan, Cornell, Harvard, Stanford, and the U.S. Naval Academy. The competition mimics the process a company would go through when competing for a military contract. In this capstone class, students work together to design, build, program, and test an aircraft capable of meeting the requirements of the competition. To achieve all of the mission objectives, the team needs a completely custom solution. This means that the team must design and build a vehicle themselves. Imagine yourself at Flint Hill and the amazing things you could accomplish. I look forward to meeting you and working with you to achieve your goals.
Hello, my name is Blair McAvoy and I teach computer science at Flint Hill. Our computer science program here has a very hands-on approach. It involves a lot of group work and application. That's sometimes surprising to kids coming into the program because CS often has. The next class is AP Computer Science Principles. We follow the AP curriculum from the College Board, and the class prepares students for the AP exam in May. We continue using JavaScript, and we get some more technical concepts in there, like arrays, loops, libraries, but we also explore topics in this class like the internet, copyright, networking, design, and ethics. So this course is a very well-rounded course. It is not just a programming course. There's a lot of really interesting topics that we cover in there. So if you're really not even into programming, this could still be a very interesting class for you. Our third offering is AP Computer Science A, also from the College Board, also prepares students for the AP Computer Science A exam in May. But this course is a deep dive into Java and object-oriented programming. So we explore reference data types, writing classes, methods, complex Boolean expressions, 2D arrays, inheritance, recursion. This is definitely the most technically challenging of the classes, and students will need to be prepared to spend a decent amount of time troubleshooting and solving complex problems. Because as the problems get more and more complex, you spend more and more time debugging. And that can be challenging and frustrating, but also well worth it because we get to do some really awesome things.